back to one of our leading stories at this hour. National Assembly Speaker Nosiviwe Mapisa-Nqakula's fight to interdict her arrest is going to be heard in the High Court in Pretoria this afternoon. The arrest is in connection with corruption allegations dating back to her tenure as Defence Minister. In the 94-page application, she cites the unprocedural manner that the Hawks executed a search and seizure warrant at her Johannesburg home last week. The NPA says her application is baseless and without merit. The DA, meanwhile, has filed a motion to have the Speaker removed from office. Joining us is Lawson Naidoo, Executive Director at the Council for the Advancement of the South African Constitution. Good afternoon, Lawson. Thanks very much for your time. This whole episode, I suppose, doesn't bode well for someone in her position.
Indeed, good afternoon, Vuyo. Thank you. Indeed, it doesn't, but it also, I think, much more importantly, reflects very poorly on the institution of Parliament, which is, under the spotlight now, with the Speaker facing this investigation at the moment, which, an investigation of very serious allegations of corruption and potential money laundering. So it's a critical issue for the Speaker to deal with, and I certainly don't think that she's doing herself any favours by seeking to bring this urgent interdict later today.
It's interesting that, she's adamant this is not about justice. According to weekend reports, it's all about humiliating her. And I read another article where the former Speaker of the National Assembly, Baleka Mbete, says they violated her privacy and she, allowed them to do so in calmness and dignity. And she thinks that the people at the NPA should be ashamed of themselves.
Well, I think there are two issues there, where firstly, these are issues that need to be determined by a court of law. They cannot unilaterally be determined by the person being investigated. And secondly, one cannot prevent the law enforcement agencies from carrying out their responsibilities, which is to investigate, criminal conduct or allegations of criminal conduct. And I think the Speaker is sort of acting prematurely in trying to effectively stop the investigation that is being conducted by the investigating directorate within the NPA. So, this is a matter that really the courts need to determine. She certainly cannot, set up the grounds and the rules by which any investigation into her conduct are determined.
Yes, and reading the City Press yesterday, they're saying that the NPA's Mr. Manyati wrote to the Speaker's lawyers denying that they want to embarrass her, saying that the investigative directorate is simply executing its legal mandate and all they want is to secure her attendance at court. But I was looking at something I found interesting was what the Speaker's lawyers said they want. They want the entire police docket. They want minutes of each and every meeting that the NPA has had on this matter, lists of witnesses. They also want the complete investigation file. What do you make of those demands?
Well, it's certainly a plea to be treated very differently to people who go through the criminal justice on a daily basis. And again, the issue is that once the NPA are ready to charge the Speaker, to say that they have evidence to justify those charges, and the evidence that the investigating team and the NPA have will be disclosed to us at the time of trial. So it's certainly premature to demand all of that now. And the principle of equality for the law is something that needs to be taken into account here. Is that other persons are accused of certain abnormal requests, and will have the effect of undermining the investigation that is being conducted that still continues and will likely continue even after charges have been preferred in an attempt to secure additional evidence to present at trial.